Aside from being the most visited city in the world, many studies rank Orlando as one of the top places to live in the US. But it's important to note that Orlando is huge and there's many areas that may not be very family friendly. But if you're looking to move to the area and are wondering what areas would be the best fit for you, then you found the right video. My name is Jonathan Pinto, and my goal with this video is to break down the top 5 places to live in the greater Orlando area, with the main focus being schools, safety, and affordability. I'll also point out a few amenities of each area, along with the pros and cons. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that bell to be kept up to date with my latest videos. Number 1, Windermere. Windermere is a small town with a population of just 3,000 residents. It's made up of 2 zip codes, with the main one being 34786, which is actually the second wealthiest zip code in Central Florida. The city has a super cute downtown area, but what attracts a lot of the high-class residents is a gorgeous chain of lakes, which is actually home to many celebrities and CEOs such as David Siegel, Vince Carter, and Johnny Damon. Depending on where you're located in Windermere, it's a pretty close drive to Restaurant Row and Dr. Phillips. However, newer developments in Windermere will be much closer to the Disney theme parks. In this video, we'll be using Niche for public school ratings, safety, and affordability. According to Niche, Windermere is an A grade for schools, a B for safety, and a C+ for affordability. The C+ in affordability comes from the high median home price of $800K. Entry-level price in Windermere would be in the mid-400s for townhome. But Windermere is known for luxury housing and lakeside mansions. It's a much higher price point that has made Winter Garden more attractive over the years, which leads us to number 2. With the expansion of Windermere, people who have been priced out have started exploring Winter Garden. Now, Winter Garden is a city that's nearly 18 square miles, so it's a huge city that's divided into a couple of areas. Up north, you have the historic downtown area, along with Oakland, which has charming colonial-style homes. You have the Winter Garden Village area with over 80 retailers and restaurants. I live close by, so it's my personal favorite to shop. One thing you notice about Winter Garden is that the further south you go, the newer it gets. So you have the new Hamlin, New Independence area, which was developed about 6 years ago, which I actually consider to be one of the most walkable areas in Winter Garden. You also have the newer Horizon West area, where you're starting to see a lot of commerce open, such as the Newark Beer Project, which has brought a little bit of nightlife to the area as well. And further south, you have the Flamingo Crossings area, which actually was developed by Disney to bring a lifestyle to their employees, which they house in the Flamingo Crossings Village. There's really a lot coming to the area, so if you want a more detailed video about this new development, or maybe just Winter Garden as a whole, make sure to hit that like button. Now, summing up Winter Garden, Niche classifies it as an A- for schools, a C+ for crime and safety, and a B- for affordability. Now, as you see, the affordability rating is a little bit better, with the median home price in the area being close to $600K, with smaller, older homes ranging in the high 300s. Now, I understand this still may be quite a high price point, so if you're looking for a city close to Winter Garden that shares the same perks, Claremont is it, which leads us to number 3. What makes Claremont so appealing is its accessible price range, with the median home price of $475K and new construction homes starting in the high 300s. Now, just like Winter Garden, Claremont is a huge city with a total of 19 square miles. Since it's on the border of Winter Garden, it's a short commute to everything that Winter Garden has to offer, especially considering the new Olympus project, which will provide an easier drive to the newer Horizon West area. Depending on where you're at in Claremont, you can be anywhere from 25 to 40 minutes from Orlando. However, Claremont is a beauty in and of itself, with miles of citrus groves, sparkling lakes, and gorgeous hills. You have the waterfront park, which brings a sense of community to the city with all the fun events that are hosted there. Claremont is also home to many Olympic athletes that either train here or live here, which is why it's considered the City of Champions. On top of that, you have a variety of 55+ communities with homes starting in the high 200s. Now, I do have a more detailed video where I take a tour of the city of Claremont, so I'll leave a link up here in case you want to check that out. Jumping to the ratings, Claremont is a B+ for schools, a C+ for crime and safety, and a B- for housing. Similar to Windermere, Winter Park is home to many spectacular lakeside mansions, which drives the median home price up to $625K. Apart from its proximity to downtown Orlando, Winter Park is also known for its gorgeous downtown area, which is filled with high-end restaurants. What I admire most about Winter Park is that it's a perfect mix between great nightlife and great schools. With the A-rated schools, C+ crime and safety, C+ housing, and A+ nightlife, Winter Park offers a little bit for everyone. Now, speaking of great nightlife, at number 5, we have Dr. Phillips. This is the only area on this list that is actually located in the city of Orlando. The greatest advantage of Dr. Phillips is its proximity to Universal Studios, to SeaWorld, to Icon Park, and to virtually all of Orlando's most desirable attractions. On top of that, you have Restaurant Row, which offers a variety of upscale restaurants and bars, the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center, which hosts events almost every single week, and much more. Since there is a diversity of condos, townhomes, and single-family homes, the median home price sits at right about $490K, with condos starting in the low 200s and single-family homes starting in the low 400s. The ratings for the zip code is an A- for public schools, B- for housing, A+ for nightlife. Now that does wrap it up for today's videos, but I did want to make it clear that there were many other great areas that I did not mention. So a few honorable mentions that I cannot leave out would be Lake Nona and Oviedo. In fact, this was just a brief video about these areas, but if you do want a more detailed video about one particular city or zip code, comment down below what city you would like to get to know better. Or if you're moving to the area and would like to make your first step towards homeownership in Florida, I'd love to be your real estate agent of choice. So I'll leave my contact info down in the description. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram, where I post content almost every day about lifestyle in Orlando. But most importantly, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.